Hey guys, welcome to DrunkCast. So this is my first one. I don't normally make videos. I mean, you pretty much all know that. So, a little bit of background about DrunkCast. I am currently a content producer at Radio Plus. Currently an apprentice, looking to, work on that one. And basically, me and a group of friends came up with the idea of DrunkCast. We just get drunk, make videos, do stupid shit. So they are not here with me today because it's the first one. DrunkCast is my baby. So the idea is we just drink and talk shit. Which is, hence the rather large glass of wine. Okay, so it's a little bit about me. So, like I say, I'm a content producer at Radio Plus. That means I do some presenting, I work on some of the music, I record some of my own mock-up shows. I did an interview the other day, which was really good actually. And basically, learn every bit about working in a radio station, which is really cool. And we also get unlimited tea, which helps a lot. I mean, we don't have long days, but they can be a bit, I want to say, intense sometimes. Like if you're spending the whole day on a laptop, kills your brain a little bit. You need tea and biscuits. I'm also a professional model. This has come from signing with Phase 1 Management. I just saw an ad on Facebook one day and was like, here, have a crappy headshot taken at 8 o'clock in the morning where I look like absolute death. Got an email 25 to 11 saying, contact us, and then a phone call 9 minutes later saying creative director wants to talk to you, which was really cool. So I went for an assessment day, which was so fun. I haven't done a photo shoot in so long. I mean, hit me up, guys, if you want to take photos of me. I'm available weekends. I miss doing them. As long as I don't have to travel far, I don't mind doing it. And yeah, basically they made me look amazing. I mean, head on over to my page, Fawn Elora, on Facebook. Yeah, for examples of my work. But yeah, I mean, everything's kind of insane right now. I've had a pretty shit time of it. Not gonna lie. This is why we drink. I had a pretty shit time of it. I've job hopped non-stop since uni. I didn't finish uni. I didn't finish college the second time round. I didn't finish the other university I went to the second time round. It was a complete state. So I've been hopping from this, that to the other because I just haven't been able to find my feet. And previously I was working as a poker dealer, which was amazing. Don't get me wrong. I truly love poker dealing. You get to meet people, you get to talk about crap, you get to put men in their place. Somebody's doing something out of turn or they're being a bit rude and you can just oi, stop that. That's not what we're here for. It's great fun. Not that that's what the job is. Your job is to deal poker and be polite and cute and, end games within 5 seconds. But yeah, poker's amazing. But then the distance was too much. It was adding an extra 25 hours onto my travel a week. It was and costing me money in taxis because I was too lazy to get the train home or to wait for the bus. And it just got to the point where it was this isn't fun anymore. I'm permanently exhausted. I'm permanently drained. I have mental health problems. And it was I'm not a person anymore. I'm getting 6 hours sleep a night. I'm not eating. I'm drinking too much caffeine. It was deadly. So I started applying for jobs and saw this broadcasting content producer. I was like, you know what? This is something that I could do. It's something that I've got experience in doing. I have a long history of music production, recording, editing. And I just saw it and went, this could be it. And it was. It's absolutely amazing. So went along to the interview, finished the interview, went to work and was messaging everyone hey, I'm still on probation. Can I just leave? I don't really want to do my shift. I'm very tired. Handed my notice and went. And which is great because I'm actually seeing one of the guys who plays there. We're not allowed to date players, which is a bit shit. So it's bonus. Get to date Gareth. Big bonus. Sorry. Like, my relationship is incredible. Gareth is amazing. I've never met anyone so understanding and so willing to put themselves out for me and supportive. Like, I know I can talk to him and he won't just be like, yeah, do that. It'll be, hang on, let's look at the situation. Let's see what's right for you. And it's great because that's what I need. I need some rationalization. I have borderline. Rationalization is not a thing that I do. It's not a thing that I'm even capable of doing. I'm like, hey, let's quit my job right now, even though I haven't got the next job. You know, unfortunately, got the job. Obviously, if you haven't picked up on that yet. And it feels right. Like, I not long got out of a previous relationship. It crushed me. But then I did some self-assessment. Like, was it right for me? Was the guy too young? You know. And kind of looked at the specifics and went, no, it didn't fit. The love language was different. There was a language barrier, lack of understanding, things like that. And then Gareth came along, offered me a shoulder to cry on when I was so down. I ran away to Amsterdam for 3 days, for God's sake. Booked it 4 a.m. when the next day. Stayed in Amsterdam for 3 days, came back and said, right, that's it, I'm moving. I'm not staying in the UK. And obviously Gareth was there to rationalise and talk to me. And it was like, thanks, man. This is what I needed right now. And then kind of fell into dating, which was an excellent decision, really. Could not have made a better life decision, to be honest with you. I'm totally in awe. Sorry, I'm rambling on about my boyfriend. Like, sorry. Just very much into this. Like, I feel like I'm finally getting what I deserve. And it has been a long time of bouncing around people, bouncing around jobs, bouncing around, you know, things I'm trying to do, things that are going wrong. And yeah, okay, I live at home with my parents, which isn't the best situation, but we're all adults. You know, we empty the dishwasher. We cook food when it's needed to be cooked. There's no screwing around. We just get on with it, you know. We stay out of each other's way. I mean, when I was doing poker, I didn't get to see anyone in the house. I couldn't clean up or anything because I was just constantly exhausted. And now I've got a day job. Woo! Got a day job. And I can come home in the evening, sit with my mum on her bed and just talk and say, this is what I've done today. This is what I've produced. I've got some actual results from my job. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, my mental health has got so much better. And I mean, part of that is to do with my medication, which has been upped. But a lot of it's to do with gas and changing my situation, having the motivation to change my situation rather than just accepting, you know, I'm going to have to spend 5 hours a day getting to and from work and waiting around for lifts and not doing anything, you know. It's given me the motivation to actually get a fucking life. And I've got a life. I work 4 days a week. I work 5 hours a day plus overtime, which is unpaid, it's voluntary, where I can sit in the studio and I can record for 2 hours and do my editing and just be let loose. Like, I get to be creative again, guys. This is such a huge thing for me. And getting into my modelling, I've applied for so many castings. I don't know if I'm going to get any of them, but I've applied. They're there. I'm getting into new networks. I'm meeting new people. I'm booking photo shoots again. And yeah, okay, so it sounds like a lot. It sounds like an insane decision for somebody who's like screwed in the head. But it feels right. And I'm going to make it fucking work because I want to do this apprenticeship. I want to do the 15 months. I want to finish it and get something out of it and get the experience. And I mean, my boss is incredible. I said to him, you know, it doesn't feel like you're a manager. It feels like you're on our level. And he said, yeah, we work as a team. I haven't had that before. I've had you know, people dictating to me. And I haven't felt like I've been able to go to people and say, this is something I'm struggling with. This is something I really need extra training on, you know. But he's like, go wild. Studio's yours. If nobody's booked it, you can have it. Get people in. Do your interviews. And constantly encourage us to go above and beyond maybe what we're comfortable with. Like, I think we've been there 2 days and we ended up doing a live radio show as guests on the film show, talking about our favourite films. And I was terrified. I was like, shit, this is going out live. Like, I swear a lot. I have a dark sense of humour. Live, you can't edit that out. Everybody hears it. And I'm like, God, I've got to manage my tone. I've got to manage my voice. I've got to not swear. I've got to reel it in a little bit. I'm sitting there having a panic attack. Like, ugh. And the waiting. Oh, the waiting was the worst part. But it was fine. It was a chat. You don't think about anybody else. You just, you know, be aware that you've got to cut it back. And have a conversation with the person in front of you. And presenting's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Because I have anxiety. I stress about phone calls. Something that's taken me a lot to overcome. I still can't call my doctor. Like, book an appointment with the doctor. You'll see me pacing around in circles, hyperventilating, rocking backwards and forth, biting the back of my hand. It's not pretty. But I'm in a good place. I have an excellent team of apprentices working with me. We all gel pretty well, and we all help each other out if we can see that somebody needs it. We've got one boy on the team he's so talented, but he's really shy. And me and one of the older members, we've kind of turned to each other and said, okay, let's bring him out. Let's show him he can do this, because he can, you know. It's really a completely different dynamic to what I've been used to working in. And it's incredible. It feels so good to be able to do something that you get a result, you make a difference. And just, my life is bloody, it's turned a 180, I tell you. I used to be down here and now I'm way up here. I have a job I love, 2 jobs I love. I have an amazing boyfriend. My living situation has drastically improved. I finally tidied my room for the first time in probably 9 months. There was crap on the floor up to knee height. You could not walk in here. And I tidied it all. I threw out so much stuff, and a massive part of me was regretting it. Self-proclaimed hoarder. But it felt good. And I've got a pile of stuff that I need to put up for sale and stuff, but you know, that'll come in time. I've got a storage unit I need to empty first. It's costing me £60 a month that I don't have. It's like it's over a fifth of my income. But yeah, I mean, God, it's amazing. I've had some serious mental health problems growing up. I've been in hospital 3 times, I think, for suicide attempts. I've been in hospital multiple times for self-harm, usually while drunk. I realised I had borderline around 21 years old. It was very new to me. And you kind of look back on things and you're like, this explains a lot of what I've been doing. I had a really intense relationship with a guy, so full on. And he went to uni. And I was crushed. It was in London. It was still 2 hours away. Like, what was the problem? But he was spending time with other girls. He'd gone to an all-boys boarding school. He's suddenly spending time with other girls. He's making new friends. He's going out there. He's doing things that wasn't him. And it was terrifying. It was like, I'm losing the guy I've fallen in love with. I'm being abandoned. And when I knew it was coming to an end, I was making him gifts. I was spending hours in the kitchen cooking him things like biscuits to take to uni so that, you know, I could show, I love you. I know I'm being really difficult. But then there were nights where he was fast asleep and I'd wake up and I'd go for a walk coming down the corridor. I'd be pacing and then I'd come back in. I'd rock myself backwards and forwards in his chair with a blanket freezing cold because I couldn't persuade myself to get back into bed with him. It was a nightmare. But I look back on it after discovering that I'm borderline. I'm like, that's the fear of abandonment. That is the need to keep someone with you. I'm getting better on my fear of abandonment. I have a great friend, Paddy. And the other week, me and my boyfriend had a bit of a fight. And there was a miscommunication. We were kind of pushing each other's buttons. We'd both been drinking. It was a bit of a mess. And he was like, okay, there's nothing I can do to help. I'm going to sleep. Which is a major trigger for me. I'm like, no, you can't leave this situation. I'm freaking out. Stay here with me. Let's work it out. I can't go to sleep if we're having a fight. But he went to sleep. Because I didn't say any of that. Because I was like, this is irrational. Chill out. And I messaged my best friend, Paddy. And I said, look, Gareth's just done this. And I'm freaking out. Because I feel like I've crossed the line. And Pez just said to me, look, he just needs some time to reset. Chill out. Like, he's not the kind of guy to just up and leave. You gotta calm down. And spoke to me about it. And it was like, oh. Yeah, you're right. He's not that kind of guy. I can sleep now. Like, borderline's a very difficult one. And I mean, if you've got borderline out there or you think you've got borderline, please message me. I've spent no less than 6 years trying to work out what's wrong with me. I have dealt with psychosis. I've looked at schizophrenia, depression, anxiety. I am the mental health guru. Message me if you think you have borderline. I can tell you from my own experiences, because you've got your stereotypical doctor's list of being borderline. You know, do they behave like this? Do they feel like this? That's not what borderline is. Borderline is about experiences. And actually the thing us borderlines go through on a day-to-day basis is not mentioned in the diagnosis criteria. My inbox is always open. I mean, seriously, guys, like, message me. Tell me you think you have it. And I will help you. Because I know what it's like going through years of not realising you're borderline. Being so scared and not knowing why. And doing things that are not you. And you're looking at yourself doing them. And you're saying, I'm not this person. Why am I behaving like this? This is ridiculous. But you can't stop yourself doing them. Because there's a voice in your head that tells you you've got to do this. If you do this, they won't leave. If you do this, people will like you. If you do this, you're going to be better than everybody else. I'm also narcissistic. I mean, I think I'm the best person in the world. I also think I'm the worst. Depending on the day. Lately, more narcissistic. Best thing ever. But yeah, I mean, come to me with your questions. Ask me things. I've been through a lot. I mean, no, that's for a time when I'm a little bit more drunk on DrunkCast. But talk to me. I am here to help you. It's such a difficult thing to go through on your own. And I know people who go through it and they're not alone, but borderlines are a difficult group of people. I said to a friend the other day, I said, you've got like baby borderlines, teenage borderlines and adult borderlines. It's not your age. Okay, it's where you are at with developing with borderline. I'm an adult borderline. I have isolated my issues and I said, right, I need to work on this. I need to work on this. I need to work on this. I have spent so many hours and days sitting down, reading up, watching films and going, right, why do I behave like this? What can I do to change it? It's not something you can really do on your own. I've been begging for therapy for years, but when my depression is controlled, I'm able to work on my borderline. And that's what my tablets do. They control my depression, which means that I behave more like a normal human being. Baby borderlines look for justification for the way they're being. Oh, I just said this. You know, I swore at my boyfriend for the smallest thing. Please tell me other people do this. Like, no, you're a fucking toxic person. Don't abuse your boyfriend. You've sent us the screenshots. They're clearly trying to help you. And I'm the sort of person who will tell it straight. I will sit there and comment. I'm a member of a borderline group. I will sit there and comment on a borderline post and be like, bitch, you cray. Chill the fuck out. Look at it from another angle. You're so self-absorbed. Teenage borderlines, you know, they got a bit of control, but they haven't got much. They're still developing. And, you know, it might be that they have 5 things that they need to work on and they've worked on 3 of them. Okay, but you're not an adult borderline yet. I still have my triggers. I do. Everybody's going to have them, but you work on not being triggered by them. Which I know sounds insane. It's easier said than done. But you can do it. Because I fucking did it. I dug myself up out of my hole. And look at me now. I'm a model and a radio producer with an incredible boyfriend. And a lot of opportunity. I have a tiny bedroom, for God's sake. Which probably sounds like a very small thing for you neurotypicals, but my bedroom's always been the one thing I've struggled to control. I mean, it's not at the point that I want it to be. I need to work out where things need to go. I basically have a box room. It is minuscule. Like, there isn't enough space for me to lie down on the floor. That's not because of stuff. That's literally because my dresser is there and my table is here. Like, it does not fit my length in. But it's easy to get messy. It's easy to forget about. I came home from work yesterday, I stripped off, I got into bed with a bowl of noodles. Noodles are the depressive's best friend. And I woke up this morning and I looked at the floor and I was like, shit, I have to do something about this. Like, one outfit made the entire room look a state. I've sorted it. My room is nearly at ground zero again. I've got to do some laundry. Really don't want to do that, but you know, do your chores when you can, guys. It's not the easiest thing to live with, borderline. And it's currently Borderline Awareness Month, which is why I'm talking about borderline and my experiences with borderline. Because it's an unknown personality disorder. It's very pigeonholed. It's very assumed. People think we're manipulative, and okay, being borderline, I know I have the ability to manipulate people. I know that rocking up at my first boyfriend's house with cuts everywhere, giving him presents and begging him to stay was manipulative. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ex-boyfriend. I'm really sorry. I was a fucking bitch. And you didn't deserve to have to put up with that. I'm sorry I couldn't understand what was going on, and I'm very sorry things turned out the way they did. I hope you're doing a lot better than you were. I hope you got your fucking degree, despite the amount of drugs you're on currently. But you can look back and you can say, God, this is the person I used to be. I used to have so many breakdowns. I used to drink so much. I went through a relationship that made me take drugs, and I nearly fucking died. I was on amitriptyline for nerve pain because I was in agony. And I'd never done MDMA before, but Mr. Smart Boyfriend decided we were going to do MDMA the night before, meeting my mum for breakfast. I did 3 bombs. And I said to him, is it okay if I take my amitriptyline? You know, you're the drug god. Yeah, it's fine. My heart was pounding. I couldn't see. I was sweating like a pig. I couldn't breathe. I should have gone to the fucking hospital. It was horrific. But this is what you do when you're borderline. You do risky things. You do stupid things. And you know they're stupid. And you know you shouldn't be doing them. But something in you means you have to do them anyway. And it's so difficult. I mean, I've only been diagnosed for like a year, maybe. a bit more. And getting the diagnosis is really hard. And actually they diagnosed me with emotionally unstable personality disorder, which I think is fucking rude. Because, yeah, we all know I'm emotionally unstable. Call it borderline. It's not on the nose. It's a little bit more. I can explain this to people if I want to explain to people. You're calling me an emotionally unstable. I'm not emotionally unstable. I am, but I'm not. Like, it's not that I'm emotionally unstable. It's that I have a lot of emotions triggered by a lot of things. I mean, in one day I can have, I want to say I have 10 mood swings a day. I don't. I go through 20 to 25. But being a self-aware borderline, that cuts it down a lot. Because I can rationalise things that are happening. Like, oh God, this person at work is really annoying me. Don't say anything. Just go on with your work. It's okay. Let them do them. You do you. It's difficult. It is really difficult, and I can sympathise with everyone out there who is struggling with being borderline, diagnosed or undiagnosed. By all means, come to me, have a conversation. We can have a Skype call or a FaceTime call if you want. I will give you classes. Anything you need, because I'm in a good place. I can do that right now. If things get worse, like, anything happens, I'll have to take a step back. But I am here. I am here for anybody that needs any more explanation. Anything. I mean, even if you're just interested in borderline, you want to have a conversation, you want to do interview, whatever, I'm here. I am very borderline, but I've learned to live with it. I've learned to not scare people off. It's been hard. But I'm there. I'm holding down a job. 2 jobs. I'm feeling validated thanks to the incredible Gareth. And it's just good right now. It's really fucking good. If you need the help, I am here. I'm sorry this entire thing has turned into a rant about borderline and my experiences, but DrunkCast! This is the whole point. Like, it's an outlet. And I think all you guys are really important. And if you're ever struggling with anything, I've probably been there, or at least I can put myself in your shoes. Just message me. I'm here to talk. I won't reply immediately or anything because, you know, I have 2 jobs. Yeah. And a boyfriend that's taken up all my time and shit to do. But I will reply as soon as I possibly can. Because I have the ability to do that, and I want to pass on what I've learned to other people. It's hard to learn. It's hard to take it on board, and you've got to be open to it. But I'm here. So that was pretty hard hitting DrunkCast, guys. Yeah, there's hair on my screen. Yeah, anyway, this should be a weekly thing. Uploaded Friday evenings. Afternoons, evenings. Around, kind of, I'm thinking 6 PM. Ish, depending on plans. Yeah, comment below what you thought. Let me know kind of what's going on with you guys. I want to make friends. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. I'm here whenever you need me.